put your C6. And oh, darn. Well, I could have moved here, but I didn't.
If you moved here, I would have gotten you with my queen.
If I moved here, yeah, there's nowhere to go, really.
Actually, yeah,
If I moved here, you would have taken it. If I moved...
you could have moved here, and actually that would have been a good move, because then you would be threatening the rook. You'd actually be forking my king and my rook.
Yeah.
So that would have been
Yeah, but no. And you did bishop at c8 takes my queen at g4. My bishop.
Do you know if there's any water? Like anywhere?
I don't. I mean, there's water in the faucet in there. You can clean your hands real well and cup it. Do it old school.
You might have to drink from the toilet.
No.
That's like a dog, silly.
That is not true at all. The toilet is dirty. Now wait, your king, I think, is here, right? It just kind of got moved a little bit.
Me and my mom were playing, and we haven't finished it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still. Knight to what? Knight to f6.
You guys were playing here today? Or at home?
No, at home.
Oh, good. And you were notating? So you can,
Yeah.
you'll be able to...
We were using my magnetic board so it wouldn't go back and forth.
Oh,
And we
cool.
put it right on something to keep it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Where do I move? adjust that page this one. Imagine it was the king.
Yeah.
Oh no, I forfeited.
That's right.
Bishop to c5. Is it 0, 0 if it's on
Yep.
king's side, and if it's on queen's side, it's 0 dash 0 dash 0,
Yep.
right?
That's right.
I used a lot of papers in this book. Isn't it like 100 papers in this book? 100 game scorebook.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh. And I've already used a bunch.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm always gonna use this in. They had to cancel sports today,
I saw that.
and it was knight to g3, right?
4.
4. Two, 8, 4. Wait, wait,
En
pause,
passant. Yep.
pause it. How can you do that?
It's a very specific move. Have you heard the term en passant?
No.
So, if you have,
Like, you taught me that, but I thought it was only if you were right there you can do that.
yes. So here, when you make this move, you're actually going like this and like this. So en passant basically takes advantage of the fact that you made this move. So that means I can capture you there.
Mhm.
And that's the move. But I can
But
take it
I
back.
I was right there though.
You were. So you moved like this, right?
Yeah.
But that's the same thing as doing this.
Yeah.
And so I captured you here in the middle.
I have I have a question with that too.
Yeah.
If say say this was me. Don't know, say I was. I don't know.
So it's 5:30.
But say
Okay.
say my bishop was right here. Could I do the same thing to a bishop?
No, it only works with pawns.
Ooh.
So it's only if, I think it only works with pawns. I think, yeah, like, so you're saying if your bishop is here,
Here.
that is a question I actually don't know the answer to.
Can I
I've
take a
assumed-
bishop too?
Like if you did this, could I take you here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I'm trying to think who would know.
Mr. Wong.
I think it's only pawns, but
Darn it.
Jacob and Ethan, can I ask you guys a question? Come over here for a sec. So I just did en passant on him, right? And he had a really good question.
How do you notate it?
No.
Say
that too.
her bishop was.
No. Say my bishop was here. You can't do en passant with a bishop, right?
you can
It's
only do it with a
pawn. Okay.
Like, I have a question too. Like, this is my question. Say, could I use my pawn to take, like, en passant with a bishop? Could I say this is where, pretend that's my piece and pretend that's me.
You can't en passant with bishop, only pawns.
I know, but could I say I did this? Could I take that?
No.
No, it's only with pawns.
Okay.
All right.
Now
So I won't take your pawn though because you didn't know that rule. So we're gonna go back.
So you went to D.
So it's your move now. So you can just cross off me taking at D3.
I haven't even notated
Oh, perfect.
that. So I'm just going to.
Oh, and my bishop was here. Oh no, here.
No, yeah, it's
Because you
there.
were moving there. Okay.
And I'm gonna do that.
Okay, but then you know I'm gonna take you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did. I'm just gonna say you did
Yeah, and you can just notate it just like any other team.
D3.
Yeah.
I didn't I knew that, but I just reminded. I forgot all about that.
Well, it's difficult. I mean, it's different knowing it than seeing it in action because it's so rare that it happens.
So I could do that to someone.
Yeah.
But if someone doesn't know about it, what would happen? What if they raise their hand and say, "This person did this," but I get in trouble for doing that?
No.
Or,
In fact, that's one way that you learn. Like for example, Jacob. There's a rule called the 3-position rule, and I don't know if you know about it, but
No.
I didn't know about it until Jacob lost a game he drew a game because of it in a tournament, and then it was explained to me. You know, so a lot of times these rules will come up in tournaments. The 3-position rule is basically that you can't have the same exact position on the board. If you're notating, it only matters if you're notating. Put all the pieces in the same position 3 times. If that happens, the person that ends up doing the position or the opponent at the time that the 3rd position happens can call the 3-position rule, and it's an automatic draw. So like if you look at where all of our pieces are right now, if this happens 3 times, with all if we move stuff. So for example, a classic thing is, let's say you're at the end of a game and you have
a king and a rook.
Yeah, so you have a rook doing this, and then the king goes there. Right, imagine there's nothing else on the board or that everything stays the same.
Yeah.
If you just keep doing this, after achieving the same position 3 times, it's a draw.
So I could say I could call out a what?
It's called the 3-position.
So if I call out 3 positions, I would be an automatic draw.
That's right, but you have to be notating so you can prove it. And nothing else could have changed. So you couldn't have this, and then you go here, and then you move a pawn, and then you go back. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the exact same.
move.
Everything has to be in the same
Okay.
position.
So
The key with it, though, is that rooks and knights are interchangeable. So if for some reason somehow these rooks change place, that's
no.
still the same position. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with the knights. If somehow these knights changed place because you marched them across the board, that's still the same position. So the knights, and it's about the position, not the individual pieces, if that makes sense.
Okay, now I get it.
But now we're out of time.
Darn
so
it.
we're going to pause this game.
Okay, pause it.
And let's clean our pieces, and we'll start to put everything away.
Alright.
All right, everybody, clean your pieces.
So next
Set up your boards.
next
time
week,
people play.
right? Next week, right?
If your parents are okay with you finishing a game, that's okay.
It's next week, right?
Yeah, next
So-
week. So yeah, let's maybe, I don't know, mark that somehow so we can.
I'm
Try to
gonna
play.
just chess club 4. I have it on 4.
Okay.
this is okay. I'll show you my mom.
And you can put today's date if you want, so we know. Today's the 13th.